Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a blessed week. Hey, we're out here in the garage today. It's a beautiful day, but we got some noise pollution. We got cars running around. We got airplanes. Neighbor just dropped by right in the middle of a video, but we're doing the best we can to get them done. So listen, I want to talk to you about a psalm. It's Psalm 101. And in this psalm, David is talking about cleaning out the castle. And you know what? Every once in a while, all of us need to just clean out our castle. And starting with verse 2, David says, I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way. O when wilt thou come unto me? I will walk within my house with a perfect heart. I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It will not cleave unto me. A forward heart shall depart from me. I will not know a wicked person. Whosoever privately slanders his neighbor, him will I cut off. He that has a high look and a proud heart, I will not suffer. My eyes shall be upon the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He that walketh in a perfect way, he shall serve me. He that works deceit shall not dwell in my house. He that tells lies shall not tarry in my sight. I will early destroy the wicked from the land. May I cut off all the wicked doers from the city. So David realizes, you know what? I want good people around me. I don't want a bunch of evil people in my castle. You know, I heard a guy tell me one time, his name was Matt Lacey, and he was the guy I worked with, and he said, you know what? He said, good bosses, good CEOs, the best of the best, you know, people like Elon Musk, people like that, they surround themselves with people that are as talented and as good at business as they are. In other words, they're not in competition, they build a team. And that's what David was wanting to do in his castle. So look, verse 2, he tells us he's going to get his house in order. And he's going to get rid of anybody that's an obstacle to that order. Now verse 3, he goes on to tell us, he says, I will guard my eyes. There's a little bit of noise pollution. We got a plane going over. But anyway, David says, I will guard my eyes. I don't know if he wrote this psalm before or after Bathsheba. But if it was after Bathsheba, then obviously he learned his lesson. But it says, I will guard my eyes. People, listen. We need to guard our eyes. Especially television, what we watch on television, what we watch on our cell phone, and most of all, things that we let that little mouse click on. We need to guard our eyes. Verse 4, he tells us to get rid of wicked people. You know, the worst people usually that's in your life, the worst people in your life are the ones you almost can't get rid of. They're relatives. Relatives are the worst, especially toxic relatives. Here's the key. If they were not your relative, would they still be a friend? Now think about that. If these people were not your relative, would you still invite them over for a barbecue? Because the only reason you invite them is because they're going to find out about the barbecue and then they'll be mad because you didn't invite them. But get rid of toxic people. Just cut them off. Verse 5 says, he talks about the slanderer or the busybody. The people that talk about everybody else. Do you have friends? Do you have relatives that whenever they come over, whenever they're around you, all they do is talk about everybody else? David says get rid of them. Get rid of them. Because you know what? When they're around all your other friends and you're not there, guess who they're talking about? You. And in verse 6, David says, keep the good ones. Get rid of the bad ones, and whatever you do, keep the good ones. The people that you enjoy having around you, the people that add to your life, they're the ones you need to keep in your life. All the toxic people, you need to get them out of the castle. And verse 7, he tells us, he says, get rid of all liars. Get rid of all those that have a hidden agenda. The ones who always want something. How many of you have friends or relatives, and trust me, I've got several. How many of you have friends or relatives that the only time they call, the only time they ever come over is because they want something? How many? I got people that call me up, and when they call me, I'm sitting there on the phone. Hey, how you doing? You know, what have you been up to? What are you doing? La-di-da-di-da. And you're just waiting for the big question. You're just sitting there just listening to all their small talk, but you know in just a minute they're going to say, hey, you got $200 I can borrow? Or, hey, can I use your car for a couple days? You know they only call when they want something. They never call if they don't want nothing. We've all got friends and relatives like that. And David says, hey, boot them out of the castle. Get rid of them. People that don't add to your life, get rid of them. People that bring you down, get rid of them. Only surround yourself with those people that make you happy, that bring joy to your life, that add something to your life. David tells us, listen, the sooner you clean out the castle, the better your life will be. So anyhow, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath, it's a done deal.